Hello and welcome to Xbox On. It has been 5 years since the last Borderlands game was released. Can you believe it? I can't believe it.
Oh, I don't want to believe it, but in case you're feeling just a little bit rusty or are new to the series, we have got some top tips just for you.
Consider this our beginner's guide to Borderlands 3, covering everything from leveling up characters to finding the best loot. Juicy.
Pretty much everyone and everything here in the Borderlands is trying to kill us. Bandits, mechs, monsters, you name it.
When the first Borderlands game came out 10 years ago, it basically invented the looter-shooter genre with an effectively bottomless pile of weapons for you and your friends to find.
The series has stuck to its guns, so to speak, but it's also established itself as one of the funniest first-person shooters around. You've got classic love-to-hate-them comedy characters like Claptrap and Handsome Jack, mobs that have stupid dialogue, barks that'll crack you up when you hear them on the battlefield, and even the weapons come with silly names and perks, like a gun that screams "ow" every time you fire it.
Throw in tons of Easter eggs and references to other games, movies and TV shows, and you've got a shooter with nearly as many lols as it has bangs.
Borderlands 3 takes all of that and pushes it to 11. If you're playing on Xbox One X, the game is enhanced with full HDR and you can choose between two modes: favor resolution for crisp 4K or favor performance for that smooth 60 FPS frame rate.
Either way, it's an absolutely gorgeous game with plenty to dig into, whether you're playing solo or with your friends.
Jesus H, reindeer games, my dude! Don't kill things when I'm on camera!
Hey-oh.
Borderlands 3 doesn't have any competitive multiplayer, but it does have something else this series has always been famous for: 4-player co-op.
Oof, you can team up online with Xbox Live Gold, which is available with your Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription, or two of you can play split screen on a single Xbox One.
And there's even combo co-op to connect couch co-op players with fellow Vault Hunters online.
When it comes to how exactly you play co-op, there are two options to choose from. Cooperation mode instances loot, meaning every player can pick up the same weapon when it drops, but there's also level scaling, so you can play together even if your characters are at very different levels.
It all makes for a more laid-back way to play with friends. There's also co-opetition mode, which, like it sounds, is halfway between co-op and competitive. There's no level scaling and loot goes to just basically whoever grabs it first.
So, if you're looking for a more challenging experience and don't mind arguing with your fellow players, co-opetition is the way to go.
Our new Vault Hunter is gonna need some serious firepower.
Now, you might have heard that Borderlands 3 has 1 billion guns, which is quite a lot, but developer Gearbox says the real number is significantly higher.
Get out. Most of his weapons are randomly generated with the odd special story or boss-specific drop, which results in probably the biggest arsenal in all of gaming.
This means it's a little bit hard to say which is the best gun. There's just so many different manufacturers and their weapons all come with their own perks.
Make sure you try out at least one TDR manufactured gun though, because these require you to physically throw the empty ammo barrel once you're finished with it for added damage and extra hilarity.
For the first time, some of Borderlands 3 guns also come with an alternate fire mode, so your pistol can double up as a full auto SMG, or your shotgun can shoot rockets.
Standard. These means there are some brilliantly ridiculous combos out there, and if you find a weapon that's especially amazing or just plain weird, why not show it off down in the comments below.
I hit a weapons cache nearby. Stay quiet and follow my every move. It's stealth time!
Guns are divided up into 5 rarities, which you immediately tell from the colour of the drop.
White means common, but what you really want to be looking out for, which is purple, which means epic, and orange, which is the very best legendary weapons.
Farming bosses is a good way of getting the best loot, of course, but be warned, it will also increase your level, and grinding too much can push you above the level cap for these boss-specific guns.
Whatever drops though, always make sure to pick it up. Even if it's utter garbage, you can always sell it off for cash and use some of that to buy limited time only items sold by vendors.
I'm gonna sharpen my blade on your spine!
As you pick up weapons, something else to watch out for is any elemental effects, of which there are 5 different types to watch out for in Borderlands 3.
Cryo weapons freeze enemies, while radiation causes them to give out poisonous clouds. Then there's incendiary, shock, and corrosive, which are super effective against certain enemies, but completely naff against others.
Fighting fire with fire might sound good, but it's not going to get you very far in Borderlands or, here's a tip, real life.
Enemy health bars are color-coded to match their weaknesses. Blue shields are best taken out with shock damage. Red is vulnerable to incendiary, and yellow means you should be reaching for the corrosive damage.
Always make sure you've got a good mix of elemental damage types in your armory, and you should be prepared for any situation.
Borderlands 3 has 4 Vault Hunter characters for you to pick from, each of them representing a different class and playstyle.
Which hunter's right for you depends hugely on what kind of combat you enjoy most, and if you're going to be playing in co-op mode, what type of team player you are planning to be.
Zane is one of the most flexible characters you can pick. Like all of the Vault Hunters, Zane has 3 abilities and skill trees you can pick from.
First of all, there's the undercover skill tree, which is all about throwing up an energy shield that blocks enemy fire.
Doubled Agent gives you a Digiclone to fight alongside, while Hitman throws a Sentinel drone into the mix.
But what makes Zane massively unique is that he is the only Vault Hunter who can equip 2 action skills at once, as long as you're willing to give up your ability to chuck grenades.
He's the ultimate mix and match character, ensuring no 2 Zanes ever play the same.
Every Borderlands game does have its own siren. These are 6 incredibly powerful women covered in glowing tattoos, and Amara is no exception to this rule, but with a style that's all her own.
Amara is all about using melee, using her phase powers to summon magic fists that can pulverize enemies.
So if you like getting up and close and personal, this is definitely the Vault Hunter for you.
But you can also spec Amara to make her a master of the elements, adding elemental damage to your attacks and boosting its effectiveness.
Any animal lovers out there will probably want to play as Flak, the robotic beastmaster.
Flak comes with a choice of 3 pets who'll fight by their side and provide support, even reviving you when you're downed.
This makes them the perfect choice if you're playing solo, and if you do get a bit lonely, you can always pet your weird alien dog.
He's trying his best. If you're playing in a team though, Flak is going to slot neatly into the sniper role, specializing in long-range rifles and pistols.
Their skill tree has upgrades to boost your sniping skills when there are no enemies nearby, and gives you a chance to score critical hits even when you miss the headshot, which you won't because you're great. I believe in you.
Finally, if you like playing as a tank character who can shrug off damage, you'll probably want to play as Mose.
She might not look all that tough, but at any time, Mose can summon an Iron Bear, her mech buddy.
Climb aboard and you'll benefit from the extra armor plating and heavy weapons, which can be upgraded and expanded through her skill tree to add everything from rocket launchers to flamethrowers.
And in co-op, your teammates can even jump on the Iron Bear and man the turret.
To add a splash of Titanfall to your Borderlands experience, give Mose a spin.
You gotta hunt vaults in style, so be sure to stop by a quick change machine to spice up your look or have invasive head transplant surgery. What could go wrong?
Borderlands 3 has plenty of endgame content to keep you playing long after the credits roll.
Beating the campaign unlocks true Vault Hunter mode, which is Borderlands 3's take on New Game Plus, letting you carry across your leveled up Vault Hunter and gear to pit it against tougher enemies for better loot.
And if you want to ratchet up the difficulty even further, you've got Mayhem mode. There are 3 modes altogether, each one harder than the last, with random Mayhem mods that switch up the kind of challenge you're going to be facing.
Playing endgame content is how you access anointed gear, an extra level of weapons, shields, and grenades with special perks that line up with player skills.
Beating the game also unlocks Guardian rank, which adds a second XP bar. Fill it up and you'll unlock a Guardian token to spend on bonus stats, which can boost your character without any cap, and eventually access exclusive rewards, like weapons and Vault Hunter skins, as well as passive buffs.
It's the perfect way to prep for the post-launch content with community events, 4 story expansions, and even Borderlands' first ever raids will be on their way.
Get in.
Don't forget to like, follow, and obey.
That should be everything you need to get started in Borderlands 3.
Make sure to smash that like button, and once you've applied all of these tips and hit Guardian rank, feel free to brag down in the comments below.
I will. For tips and updates, deals and everything Xbox, subscribe to Xbox On's YouTube channel, and if you want to see more of us playing Borderlands, head over to mixer.com/Xbox On, where we stream every weekday afternoon.
Thanks for watching, guys, and good luck out there. See you later.